Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Corey. Welcome to CNA Films and Animation. Well, here we are with another Best Picture movie review, and today's video is of Captain Blood, the 1935 film from Warner Brothers, starring Errol Flynn and Olivia de Havilland. So, Captain Blood follows, it's set in 1685, and it follows a physician played by Errol Flynn, whose name is Peter Blood, and he is pretty much enslaved due to helping a rebel who was injured, and he claims that he's innocent. The charges against him are ludicrous, but he is enslaved for several years, and a group of Spanish pirates overtake the prison, the island that he is staying at, and they escape and become pirates themselves. And he pretty much just kind of gains the role of captain, so hence the title Captain Blood. He's a strong leader. He kind of has a small thing for the niece of the governor, played by Olivia de Havilland. And, this was a very interesting film. Nominated for 5 Oscars, including Best Director for Michael Curtiz, Best Music Score, Best Picture, Best Sound Recording, and Best Screenplay. The film did not win any Oscars in 1935. However, I do feel like it should have won something. This was a very exciting film, a very well-made film, and a lot of it has to do with the fact that there was a lot against this film when it was first made. Back in the early 1930s, they were going to make this film. It's based on a book, and the overall budget for this film was estimated $1,200,000, which was almost unheard of for the time. And on top of that, the 2 leads in the film, both Errol Flynn and Olivia de Havilland, were nobodies, essentially. Nobody had really heard of either one. And until this film was made, after this film was made, they both became big stars. But, before that, they were, like I said, nobodies. So, Warner Brothers was taking a huge gamble, because this was around just before the Great Depression era, and they're spending a lot of money, especially for the time, $1 million, over $1 million, and casting nobodies for the main leads, and honestly, they did a fantastic job. Errol Flynn, who is very well known today, very well respected. He passed away rather young, at the age of 50. He brings a lot of charm to the role, and he also does a very good job at moving the film forward. You're with his character from the beginning. You sympathize with his character because, he's relatively an innocent man who is thrown into slavery. And I felt that he did a great job. This was not his first film. He had done a couple of other films, but this was his first major Hollywood film that got him recognized. And he would later work with the director for 12 films after this. Well, actually including this. He worked with the director for 12 films. But an interesting tidbit that I found out was that Errol Flynn and the director, Michael Curtiz, hated each other, and yet they worked with each other for 12 films. And a lot of the films that they worked with, on one another, are very well respected, very memorable films. So I found that little tidbit to be interesting. Wasn't sure what to expect when I went into this, when I went into watching this film, but I felt that this was a very thrilling film, very interesting. It had a lot of very cool special effects for its time, and overall a very well done film. I highly recommend that you check it out. I'm going to give Captain Blood a 7.6 out of 10. So tell me guys, have you seen Captain Blood? If you have, what'd you think of it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Comment below, let me know. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, favorite, subscribe. I'm Corey, and I'll see you guys in the next one.